Zacks Rank Buys, stocks with a short-term buy or strong buy recommendation. Now, here are more Zacks Rank Buys. Let's talk about some growth and income stocks with Rob Plaza, our growth and income stock analyst here at Zacks.com. I don't normally get this enthused and happy about growth and income stocks, but somebody said something to me right before the camera started rolling, which set me off. Anyway, you got a couple of interesting companies that you're going to talk about, and one that's very recognizable. In fact, I keep a can of this in my toolbox, WD-40, WDFC, the ticker symbol. I didn't know that was really the name of the company. I thought that was just a brand name.
Yeah, well, I mean, it is a brand name of that product that everybody seems to have.
Yeah.
A little can with lubricant is officially what it is, but it's a de-icer and has probably 1,000 more uses.
Oh yeah, easy.
But they also own the Carpet Fresh rug deodorizer name and the Lava Hand soap. So
that's interesting.
So they're everywhere inside the household that you like to find. But
see the things you learn here.
It is a pretty good growth and income stock. As you can see, it's trading right now at about a 52-week high.
Yep.
And it recently reported fiscal second quarter results. Sales were up 30% year over year.
Okay.
They beat the Zacks consensus by 38 cents. They reported 64 cents a share, so pretty much blew that away.
Mm-hmm.
Analysts' estimates then went up about 4%, both for fiscal 2010 and fiscal 2011. So things are looking on the upswing for them.
Okay.
And then compared to the industry, it's got a higher return on equity, higher net profit margins. Its dividend yield also eclipses the industry, and it's got a lower debt-to-equity ratio, so leaner balance sheet compared to the industry.
Okay. And the other company that you want to talk about is Nelnet. Boy, that's a mouthful. NNI, the ticker symbol. They're in the transaction processing industry?
Well, they've been a student loan company, originating student loan servicing. Okay. And their business kind of took a hit here because of the federal government taking over student loans. But they've adjusted, and as of, I believe it's June 1st or July 1st, they can no longer originate loans, but what they're doing is they're taking on servicing, and then if you go delinquent, you need to collect on those monies that are in default. And the government is giving them more and more contracts. They're actually taking share from that area, and it's allowing estimates to go up.
Okay.
In the fourth quarter, they ended up beating the Zacks consensus estimate by 36%. It was a really good quarter. The consensus then went up about 12% for fiscal 2010, and then up 40% for 2011, because it looks like they're going to continue to take on more share of just the servicing part of the business, which is less risky than originating the loans. Mm-hmm. And compared to the industry, higher dividend yield, higher profitability, higher return on equity, and they simply look better than most of the peers in the group.
And there's other companies that fall into that same catch-22 where they can't originate those student loans anymore. Banks, namely, there were some well-known brand name banks that were originating student loans. Do you think that's going to really hurt their business by that much? You expect to see those businesses taking a big enough hit because of it?
Well, I mean, yeah, because they're no longer going to originate what they could. There's nothing in law that prevents them from making those loans. It's just they're no longer backed by the federal government. So it ends up being a riskier loan to take on for those banks. So, I mean, it will, and companies are going to have to adjust the way Nelnet has, where no longer are they banks, but they're more servicing companies.
So a company like Nelnet then services the transactions for all of the other originators who are left, even though they're not originating their own loans. Is that true?
Well, some of those companies might maintain their own servicing arrangement, but if the government issues the student loan check, then they'll farm that out or outsource it to the companies like Nelnet to send the monthly statements, make sure the money is sent where it should be, credited accordingly.
Okay, so presumably they can benefit from that segment of the business.
They already are, yeah.
All righty, do you own either of these two?
No, I don't.
All right, check out more growth and income stock recommendations from Mr. Plaza here, and stock pick ideas and other investment categories that we write about on Zacks.com on our homepage, where we put 4 new ones up for you each day. With Rob Plaza, I'm Terry Ruffalo.